Dufferin County. The opinions expressed in the following programs are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect those of Rogers nor Rogers TV.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Welcome to another exciting episode of In Conversation with Alethia. I am your host, Alethia O'Hara-Stephenson, and in this show we have conversations with amazing individuals who are doing wonderful, inspiring things in our community. This show will educate, it will empower, and it will inspire you. Today I am honored to have head of Topville Takeout Restaurant in Orangeville, Horace Halloway. Horace, welcome to the show. It is a pleasure to have you on board. Can you tell us a little bit about Topville Restaurant? Before we even get there, can you tell us a little bit more about you? Who is Horace Halloway?
Yeah, thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure for me to be here. Just a little bit about Topville. It's a takeout restaurant, part takeout, part grocery. We opened during the pandemic last year. We do a little bit of Jamaican grocery, and most of our cuisine is Jamaican. We do like oxtail, the regular stuff. Mm-hmm. We do intend to continue modifying our recipes and stuff like that. That's what we're working on right now. I personally, I'm not a chef yet. I'm just working in the kitchen as general help. I have 2 chefs that work with me as well, and I have other staff that is making this dream come true for me. It was an opportunity that I saw, and I just went ahead and pursue it. It's been a long time, but we are finally at a stage where we're comfortable, and we'll just continue improving over time.
Okay, I love it. So I know that you have some Jamaican roots. Can you share a little bit about those roots and how that inspired you to be the man that you are today?
Well, I came here 2010 of April. I am from a small, like a community in Jamaica. I am from Silent Hill. Sorry, that's like borderline Manchester and Clarendon.
Nice.
I live with my mom there and my brothers. I came to Canada because my dad lives here. I've been here, like I said, 10 years. When I started here, I was in construction. I had gone to do a job in Pearson International, where I was an expediter surveyor. That was one of the jobs that I liked the most, just providing that service to people. Mm-hmm. And eventually, I had the opportunity to do that by opening a restaurant. And again, it's just that feeling that you get when you provide that service, like, provide people with food or whatever else they can have that they'll enjoy and share that experience. So the restaurant idea just came from me having that experience at Pearson. And then I also have a small operation in Jamaica where my mom operates right now. It's like a community shop, like what you call a cook shop pretty much.
Okay.
Right, so she does that in the community, and that was also something that I had thought about, just to empower her so she could also make her own money as well. As you know, in Jamaica, everything is sticky, right? So
absolutely,
that was something good, and it's doing well. Probably be doing better than Topville right now because
okay, I love that.
Because it's been open for a while, and the community does come out and support us. So during the COVID, just having that convenience for them was a good thing, and then I draw a lot of inspiration from my mom as well, even though she's not close to me, but we do talk every day, and trying to keep everything together. Operating a business here in Canada is very different from Jamaica, so we do talk about back and forth about seasoning and stuff like that. But yeah, so just the upbringing in Jamaica alone has changed my view on the real and the whole, and just trying to always call her for inspiration or whatever I need to do. So my heart is always in Jamaica, but I'm here in Canada, so I'm happy to be here as well.
I love that. I love the bond that you have with your mom. Growing up, like most Jamaicans, especially myself, I grew up in the kitchen where grandma was there, and that's where I learned my culinary skills from. I know you're not a chef yet, but did you grow up with your mom teaching you the skills, or was it grandma? Like, how was that dynamic growing up?
To be honest, while I was in Jamaica, I never really had to cook. My mom had always wanted for me just to do well in school, so I had the luxury of her always cooking for me. when I came to Canada, it was a different it was a different environment. I did some cooking, but I wouldn't say it was anything exceptional. So over time, like now that I'm in the restaurant more, I'm developing like different skills that I'm sure I'll be able to put in play if anything should happen. Because as you know, operating the restaurant, you also have to be able to fill in the slacks and stuff like that when things do happen. So I'm trying to learn everything I can about the business. That way, whatever happens, I should be able to chip in.
Love
so
it.
I don't really have any like those stories that everybody tells. Yeah, I didn't have that, to be honest.
But you're fostering that relationship right now with your mom, where you're sharing recipes and seasoning ideas back and forth. What is that experience like right now?
It's pretty interesting, I would say, because some of the seasons that she may recommend to me, it's not accessible here, like, and the quantity that she's stocking. So I do have to go out and source similar stuff. Or if somebody's coming from down there, I'll have them like bring some stuff up for me. But the borderlines and everything else makes everything difficult. And during COVID now, it's even harder time and challenging time to find exactly what you need.
Right.
And the food will never be the same. Like, if somebody that came from Jamaican came here and cooked the same food with the same recipes and everything, it's just a different environment, and it'll always be different, and I guess special as well, because even people who travel back, like, people who are not from Jamaica that go to Jamaica, and they probably eat like jerk chicken there, and they come here and they're like, oh, it's a little bit different. It's good, but it's not the same, because the environment just makes a big difference, right? So, just trying to, back and forth, share some of my ideas with her as well, because again, Jamaica, like most of the cook shops here, they pretty much just serve like fried chicken or whatever. So I'm trying to tell her about my barbecue fry is very popular at the store as well.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to tell her about that too. But again, she's like stuck in her ways too, so she don't really want to try it. But we'll see what happens.
Nice. And so you're getting some of your produce and seasonings shipped from Jamaica where possible?
Yes. So I do get my stuff from a supplier in Brampton. That's where we go pretty much like every week to get whatever we need. I'm trying to focus more on having like specialty items that you may not find at Freshco or Walmart or wherever else they do serve Caribbean stuff.
Right.
So it's a challenge to try to find that unique stuff that when somebody comes to the store, they're like, oh, I haven't seen this from a child. Like I have like stuff like chubby and like cheese chicks and like special cream biscuit and stuff like that will jag that memory from them, and that is what I want to create when people come to the restaurant. Other than the food, to provide that grocery section that will give them that feeling.
I love that. We're going to talk about the grocery store section in a minute, but big shout out to your mom and that relationship that you guys have together, and doing her own thing, being an entrepreneur back home in Jamaica. So big shout out to her, and feel free to shout out mom. And
yes, yes,
right.
We've been through a lot. Like we had a tight bond when I was there, and then just to leave her. It took a lot out of both of us, but we kept in touch and we communicate pretty much every day. So, I really want to say thank you from my mom for everything that she has done. Even though she's not the only person that has inspired me, but she's the person that if I need anything, I could call her, and she could also call me as well. So we try to make time for each other. So shout out to my mom in Silent Hill, Christina.
Awesome. Absolutely love it. Now, you talked about, your transition from Jamaica to Canada. You touched on the fact that, you worked at Pearson. What was that initial transition like, leaving Jamaica, coming to Canada?
For like most people, when you do come here, it all depends on who you meet and your first interaction with that kind of people around you. I had the opportunity I was around good people. I came here, I was with my stepmom for a while. My dad was also here, like I said. And I also had older people that are always around me that has guided me in a particular direction, I'll say. So that transition for me wasn't I wouldn't say it was rough. It was just different. It was just a different environment, but the opportunity was there, and because of my mindset, like I'm grateful for that. Just having that mindset from before, because I even being in Jamaica, I had like most senior people around me. Like I've always gravitated to the older people. So coming here, I've already knew that I had to come here and make a difference, even if it's small stuff, just to keep my family proud and just do the right stuff. So that transition wasn't too bad. It wasn't smooth, but again, you keep pushing forward. And I'm always grateful for those people who I initially met, and those are the people who have guided me to a particular direction where I'm at today, and the knowledge that I have to pursue whatever other dreams that I have.
Love it, love it. Sounds like you've had some amazing role models and mentors along your journey, both in Jamaica and once you arrived here in Canada. So kudos to them and big shout out to them as well for, molding you into the young man that you are today. And, for you, for taking the courage to be brave and do the things that will, represent your family well, will represent you well so that you can succeed. So I'm very proud of that. Well done.
Yes, it's always that threshold when you do decide that you want to do something other than what you're doing. It's always that a challenge. And once you commit, I find that once you commit yourself to doing something, you'll always find the tools that you need to pursue whatever goal you have. A lot of people have ideas and they might feel a little bit timid or whatever the reason is why they don't want to pursue that dream, because it's very difficult when you're leaving that security to go do something that's, everything is in the air. Just like when I was trying to open a restaurant. It took me a long time to open a restaurant because financial stuff and, just business. You plan 4 days ahead and then before you know it, you went in the wrong direction. You got to go back and regroup and stuff like that. So it was a journey and it's by itself. And I have met a lot of people who have inspired me and motivate me throughout this time. And, I had to do everything that I had to do to make sure that I made my dream come true. So I do give gratitude to all those people who have still been by my side throughout this time and helping me to reach that level that we are going to be comfortable and take care of our families as well.
I love that. I love that. And what I'm hearing too is that those setbacks happen. You're able to persevere and make your dreams come true. So that's very inspiring. Right.
Yes. Perseverance, discipline. I just came up with that actually. I listen to a lot of podcasts. Jordan Peterson is one of those persons that I follow as well.
Nice.
And it takes a lot to be brave and bold and be aggressive with the things that you want. And discipline is one of the things that I'm trying to balance right now. Like I'm very motivated, but there's times when you can only do so much with motivation, right? So trying to find that discipline and communicate with the right people. Getting information from the right people is also a big factor. And you never know where the opportunity may lie. If you have an idea, anything that you want to pursue, it's just for you to go ahead and try it and see what happens. And it's not going to be easy. Even when things are going well, you have to expect the unexpected, right? So
absolutely,
that was a part of the journey for me. And I keep pushing forward, do whatever I need to do, hire whoever I need to hire, find whatever I need to do to make sure that I provide that authentic taste for the people who are coming there expecting to have that environment and that feel.
Nice, nice, love it. So we're going to talk a little bit more about Topville, but you've mentioned, how did you come up with the name, first of all? Let's start with that.
To be honest, there's no real, what do you say, we're just going back and forth, my partner and I. I come from a street called Silent Hill. Orangeville is on top of a hill. Just that hill thing just went in back and forth. Then we see that we're in Orangeville, Topville, and it just went together. I had asked some people who I respected their opinion, and they were comfortable with it as well. So we just decided that it makes sense, and we're just gonna go with it.
I love that. That's a beautiful story. Topville, Orangeville,
right?
Silent Hill.
Because once you know Topville, and we're located, we're like on the platoon, so we're right up there. So that was just the name. Because once we had gotten the place, then that's when we had thought about the name, and that's what we came up with. So my partner and I guess she more her than me, so I'll give that to her.
Okay, love it, love it. And I noticed that as part of your logo, you have you're paying homage to Jamaica with the national fruit, right? The ackee. Can you tell us a little bit about how you were able to incorporate that into your logo? That
I'll give credit to Mr. Lee.
Okay.
He's the person that had worked on my logo. And we had a few logos that we were going back and forth. Most of them was always about the ackee. We had hummingbird at one time, but we were like, the ackee is more of a food kind, so that's what we had decided. So he had just run some ideas by me, and I also again asked the people who I cared about the most, and then they it represents, right?
Nice.
So if you know what the ackee is, then you'll know automatically why we did it. And if you don't know, then you'll ask, and then once you get explanation, then you'll know exactly what we did, right? And we do sell a lot of ackee and sawfish there too, right?
Okay, great.
Yeah, we always have ackee and sawfish.
We're going to touch on that in the next segment, so stay tuned. We will be right back after a short break. We're going to talk about Topville Restaurant.
This is Tina Avery, inviting you to tune in weekly to Dufferin Life, a fun, entertaining lifestyle show highlighting local organizations, people, and events in your community. Dufferin Life, your source for timely local information from across Dufferin County. Join us right here on Rogers TV.
This is Rogers TV.
Welcome back to In Conversation with Alethia. I'm here in the studio with Horace Halloway, owner of Topville Jamaican takeout and grocery store. Horace, thank you so much. So we were talking about, the logo and how you came up with the Aki, and you mentioned Mr. Lee, but you were touching on some of the recipes that go along with Aki. Can you just expand on that a little bit?
As you know, but I should have said that. The Jamaican cuisine, we do like Aki and Sawfish is our national dish. Most people will come to the restaurant, they might not know what it is, but they'll also ask about it. So for what I have noticed over the time, somebody might come in one time and they try it and they come in again and they continue getting it. So as of right now, we have to have Aki on deck all day, every day, right? So nice. we sell a lot of Aki. And I also learned that Sawfish, which people might know as codfish, yep. Is like real known. Like a lot of people do enjoy the fish itself. So just a combination. They probably have never tried it before. So it's a unique blend. So nice. We have a lot of people who do enjoy it, and they support us with that dish as well.
And for those people who've never tried Aki, how best would you describe it? I would describe it as scrambled eggs. The look and feel of scrambled eggs. Is that what? Is that an accurate description?
Yeah, a lot of customers do ask us to describe it before they buy it. I have never had a good definition to give them. To be honest, I've also used that scrambled egg expression, but I'm honestly not sure. It's a very my chef will probably be a better person to answer that question. But the scrambled egg description is probably the closest thing. Nice. And yes, I have used it as well.
Okay,
yes.
Perfect. I love it. Now, you mentioned that you have your two chefs that are helping out in the kitchen. What are their names?
Okay, so my chef that comes in the morning, he's known as Chef on Wheels. That's how he wants to be described.
Okay, Chef on Wheels, nice.
Right, so his name is Chef Errol. Okay. And then I have Chef Tony that comes in the evening. So I had started the restaurant out with both of them, and we have continued to work together. And I really do appreciate all the effort that they have put in. And so so we just keep pushing forward, and working together.
Beautiful, I love that. And you have a whole slew of people that you've hired from the community. Why was it important for you to hire people from the community to work in the restaurant?
Yes, so just giving opportunity on the whole, like different businesses do cater for different people when it comes to a certain kind of cuisine or just a store on the whole. I have hired a lot of students when we had started. The restaurant business is not easy. It's very difficult. Things get hot inside. It gets busy. So it was. I would personally say for them it was a good experience for them to just have that experience. As of right now, most of my staff that started us, they're back in school. Other people have gone to do other stuff. So it was a good experience while it lasted. And I do also continue to look for people in the community that could come in and fill that niche. And like I said again, we're always open to give people opportunities. It's just a matter of them being able to withstand the fire in the kitchen, right? Because that will happen. Like, it gets very busy. Right.
I love that, though. The fact that you're giving back to your community. I was able to watch a video that you did recently with in Dufferin Tourism, and one of the things that you touched on was, businesses, small businesses, supporting each other and sending recommendations both ways. Why again is that important for small businesses to support each other?
Yes, so especially during this time, COVID has changed so much. For my business, I'm new to the game, so again, I do rely on like a lot of other businesses that are more experienced and have been there a longer time to give me that energy or that feed that I need to sustain my business throughout this time. I am also associated with a group called The Helm. So what they are is a marketing company that we're like, I think I'm not sure how many businesses we're affiliated with them.
Right.
So what we do is it's each other's business to make sure that we support everybody else's business. So like if you come to the restaurant and you want to get your tires changed, I'm like, okay, you go to this shop, and back and forth. I've also made connections with other small businesses that are starting up as well. They may come there and ask about the community and what's going on as well. I myself is also learning about the community and the expansion. As you know, Orangeville is growing rapidly, right? There's a lot of demand that's going to happen over time, and we continue to try our best to do what we can, because again, without that support from other businesses or even the community in a whole, it's gonna be very difficult. It's already difficult as is. So we do appreciate the community coming out and people coming there to support us on a daily basis, and we also try to make sure that we do give back and provide the best service that we can, because again, even like prices and stuff that has gone like double prices, and we can't just throw that on the customers or the community, because everybody is trying to get past this phase and this period that we're in. So we just try to support each other, and whatever we can do to promote or to elevate, that's what we work on.
That's beautiful. And I love that about you, and the organization Topville, right? It's not just focused on Topville. You're vested in the community. You want to see the community around you thrive. And that's beautiful. I love that. One of the things that we talked about earlier was the fact that you also have a grocery store attached to the restaurant. What was the inspiration around, putting, the restaurant along with a grocery store?
Okay, so when I initially got the space, I realized that the space was a little bit too big for takeout only. So I had run some ideas by some people, and we thought that, based on how the community is growing, there's going to be a need for that service, and that's where we eventually started getting some small items in, and then we're just expanding as time goes by. I'm just trying to get some feedback from the community as to what they may require, and that's what I'm trying to source. So having the grocery store is like a one-stop shop. You come to get some food, you might grab some stuff, some snacks for your kids or whatever. So it's mostly that, like I said, it's that specialty stuff that you may not find elsewhere, or if you have to drive back all the way to Brampton. So I'm trying to provide that service or that little niche for people not to have to travel all the way there. So it's again just having stuff that the community is going to need over time. So that's what I'm working on.
I love that. And talk about learning to pivot and making use of an opportunity, right? You had a space for one purpose, and you were able to now attach another business essentially to it to expand and make the Topville even better than it was originally planned for. So that's amazing.
Exactly. And I'm also looking into seeing what else I could do to expand the grocery side as well. So that's in the making, so we'll see what happens. But the opportunity is going to be there, and we're looking forward. We're excited for that.
I love that. I'm hearing innovation, innovation, innovation every step of the way. That's amazing. I love it, love it, love it. In terms of your menu items, what would you say is your top seller? We do sell a lot of roti. It is I don't know what it is, but normally typically a Jamaican restaurant probably sell a lot of jerk chicken. Yes.
But our rotis are like right up there with it. So
chicken roti or goat?
We do curry chicken roti, and we do goat roti as well. Just because of some what would you call it, supply and demand. We just do just mostly boning goat roti right now, and curry chicken. But the curry chicken does very well, or jerk chicken does well as well. It just all depends on what people come there for. You may try a few dishes and then you realize that, I probably only like jerk chicken here, and which is okay for us too. You come and support us. Whatever you like from us, we're there to supply that and serve you.
I love that. Amazing. What about oxtail? And I ask oxtail because my son, that's his favorite dish, oxtail. Yes,
so oxtail is one of the most complicated meat to cook in a restaurant for those who have operated a restaurant or work inside of a restaurant. And the gravy is like, it goes with everything.
Yes.
Like people, whatever you order, people want oxtail gravy. So, we find times when we run out of oxtail just because of that demand. But yes, oxtail is just because it's on the pricier side, so most people probably steer away from it. But we do carry oxtail and curry goat as well. So we have a good customer base for the oxtail. It's a little bit pricier, but yes, we do serve oxtail as well.
Love that. And you also have a breakfast menu?
We do have a small breakfast menu at this time. It's only for Saturdays and Fridays and Saturday.
Okay.
We serve ackee and saltfish again. with ground provision. We do dumplings and yam, sometimes banana as well.
Okay.
And then we have kalaloo. So that's what we serve as our breakfast there. You may go to other Jamaican restaurants and you may find like liver and steamed veg and stuff. But we're working towards that. As the community grows and the demand grows, we will also adjust our menu to suit the needs of the community.
Okay, very nice. I like that. Where would you say the vision for Topville is going to go from here?
To be honest, right now, I'm just trying to make sure that we do well here at this location that we are. Continue to pushing forward, tweak our menus to suit the needs of the community, and just on a whole, probably the most immediate or short-term goal is to get some more grocery items in there, to narrow down our menu a little bit to see, just provide that 5 or so meal that makes a difference, and people could come there and get it. As to hours as well, we're trying to do adjustment in the hours just because of the need and the change in weather and timing as well. So we normally have a winter hour that is different from our summertime hours.
Okay.
So that's coming up. We're working it as well just to see what makes more sense for the community and the people who are coming back and forth from Brampton. So we're trying to work on that and see what we could do to make sure that we still do offer our products at a good time.
Okay, nice. With the grocery store, do you find you have a lot of customers asking how to prepare certain items? Maybe they've tried the jerk chicken and want to replicate that at home?
Yes, yeah. they do. We serve a lot of hot sauce as well. We also carry our own hot sauce.
Okay.
So you have people come in and they're like, okay, what season do I put together to get this blend? And we have seasons there that you could try. You could use it. It will give you some kind of jerk flavor. Again, every jerk is different, right? So whatever you do at home is going to be slightly different from what you may get in a restaurant. It might be a little bit spicy, it might be a little bit mild. So even our jerk chicken as well, we try to make it a little bit mild on the mild side because of the diversity of the community.
Right.
So, and we do serve our hot sauce on the side. So if you want to spice up a little bit, then you could do that, right? So yeah, we do have people that come in. We were also looking into probably do some of our own jerk marinade, but again, that's something that we're going to look at in the future. We're just trying to make sure that we take care of the back of the house right now and then see how we could improve and supply other stuff.
Okay, you touched on my next question. So you make your own jerk marinade in-house, and that's what you use to season your meat?
Yes, that's what we do. So again, Chef Tony and Chef Errol, they have work like a lot of hours trying to put everything together, and it's
nice.
always getting that feedback from the community and trying to make sure that you touch those spots, right? Because again, when you bite into a piece of jerk chicken, you're expecting a certain flavor.
Yes.
And if it's not present, then you just changes everything, right? So just trying to work on that and tweak that every day. It's a challenge, but it's one that's welcome, and we continue to work hard and just trying to improve our service every day.
Perfect. I love that. And, we're coming towards the end of the show. What message would you want to say out to your staff or to even your customers out there, Chef Tony and Chef Errol?
Yes, I just want to give my gratitude again to Chef Tony and Chef Errol for being there and supporting me through this time. Also Monique, because she was there from get-go. She's still there. I'm looking to retire the business in her hands, so she's going to be operating there. Perfect. We have customers who have been coming there from day one. You guys know yourself.
Yes.
So we appreciate you guys, and we have things in the making. We're trying to put on some promotions and stuff. So that's coming. As to the rest of the staff, you guys know how it is there, and we try to have a good time and create that environment.
Love it.
And we're just going to continue expecting the support from the community, and we'll always try to do our best to cater for the needs.
Love it, love it, love it. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode of In Conversation with Alethia. It was a pleasure to have you on the show.
It was my pleasure being here, and
awesome.
Thank you for inviting me, and we'll see what happens.
Hopefully
I come back again.
Thank you so much. Tune in next time for another episode of In Conversation with Alethia, where we'll have lots of amazing guests coming on. Stay tuned and see you next time. Bye.
The Rogers TV viewer response line. Email us or connect with us on social media.
Summer days, summer nights, lots of things to do, places to go, and people to see. If you're having a few drinks, be sure to plan ahead and get home safely. We don't want